How long has it been since we've had these sorts of walks? You'll have to forgive me, my sweet child. I haven't been able to spend too much time with you. You're not bothered. Good. Thank you for forgiving me. Huh? What's that? Oh, I do seem a bit odd. My darling, we need to have a chat. There's something you must be aware of, and I'm not too sure that you'll like it. Let me ask you, do I seem like a monster to you? 'Cause I understand that what I did to the village was wrong. What I did to Ibuki's mother was wrong. What I've done to all of these children who are just so wonderful. What I've done to everyone that I've ever known. I don't. What do you mean? I've made so many terrible choices. Even if I had the motivation that all I've ever loved was stolen from me, and all I have left now is you, and these are the kitsune below me. Are my duties as Tamamonomae truly worth the suffering? I don't really know anymore. That's what's troubling me. Sending Chiemi to burn down the village and kill all those people. I understood all along that it was wrong. But in my mind, there's no other way. Even if violence only breeds more violence, only creating more revenge stories, I just don't know what to do anymore. I can't just keep going like that, even if it's all I've known now. But I can't give myself up to them, those that want to kill me, because now I have my duties as Tamamonomae and as mother to those children, if I'm even worthy of being called mother. I've always longed to be called mother again, ever since I lost my son. Yes, that's right. I never did tell you. I guess that would be a story for now, since it might be quite a long time before we see each other again. Let me see. If I think hard enough on it, perhaps I'll remember. I remember it was centuries ago, back when I had very little tails. I'm not sure how many, but I think 2 or 3 is a good estimation. Anyway, I usually wandered around the village as a fox. I normally would just observe and watch the humans. They fascinated me back then. They filled me with wonder. Seeing something so different than me something so fleeting. It was incredible. Mind you, I caught quite a few mice back then, and quite a few other animals. I don't really think the farmers liked me all that much. I not I don't really recall if I tried to apologize to them. I don't believe I did. A form of apology would probably not be sufficient, especially for them. I will admit that those chickens tasted quite well. I've eaten no eggs, mind you. Let's move on. And one day during the winter, my den, I was kicked out of my den, and so I wandered into the village for a place to sleep. I found a young man. He let me in. I was given a warm blanket beside the fire. A little cove, I guess you could call it. And I could sleep. When the spring came, I had to leave, but I didn't want to. So I would help him now and then. Of course, even in our fox forms, we can very much understand humans. I could read this man. I could very well. I would catch mice, and I would help him. Any lost trinket I would bring back to him, and I would very much lead him to something he had lost, be it a tool or a book in the forest. He would take me on walks just like this. I would happily trot beside him or be on his shoulder, and we slowly grew closer. He would speak to me as though I was his faithful companion. Now, I'm not even sure he was aware I was a kitsune, but eventually I did reveal myself to him. As a thank you for keeping me safe during the winter, I had brought small gifts to him, and I said, "Young man, you've protected me when many forsook me and hated me. I will bring you good fortune for the rest of your days for what you have done for me." And he gave me a smile and he said, "It was only what I had to do. I had to do what I had to protect a creature of nature." He was such a kind, gentle-hearted man. I fell in love. He was the only one who, even as a kitsune and a fox, he never hated me. And eventually, we were married, and I bore him a son. A very clever little boy, but not yet a very fast runner. Well, rather clumsy, and quite rambunctious. He looked a lot like you. I guess that's part of the reason why I'm so fond of you. But then one day, the word spread that I was a kitsune, and later they came for me. My husband, he told me to just run away and not come back until there was no more noise. I couldn't bear to do it, but what else could I have done? I had never killed a living creature in my life up until then. But before I could take any actions, they, with their pitchforks and their I'm so sorry. I've had to relive that. And I can't. I'm alright, sweetheart. I'm alright. I went to find my son, but he was so... I lifted that blanket and I couldn't even recognize him. In my grief, in my rage, I killed them. I killed everyone who even saw me or heard me. My tears mixed with their blood on the ground, and eventually the village was quiet. And before I was even aware, I was all alone. I'm not sure if anyone knows that sort of feeling. But when I was finally about to sleep, I realized what I had done. I couldn't sleep again for goodness knows how long. None of that makes what I've done, becoming Tamamonomae, burning down that village over and over. That doesn't make it right. I realize that now. And perhaps what's coming is my retribution. It's alright that the humans hate us now. They have every right to hate us because our actions have no justifications. They have no right to be. I don't know if I can truly be forgiven for my sins, but I have since then intended to carry them. Doing this all over again, I had hoped for the pure-hearted humans to take their stead. I had so much faith that they existed, that they would fill the void in this world and in my heart. But I realize now that I was naive. None of this had a right to be. I should never have taken you from your home, my beautiful boy. And I should have never so senselessly sent those kitsune into that village. People who had no business being a part of that. Those who were unaware of the history of that place. They hadn't done anything to deserve it. I really hope... I hope that... I hope you can forgive me. And it's okay if you don't. Truly it is. It's alright. I know. I've dwelled on it enough. There's something more pressing. There's a faction in the city called the Red Snow that is coming for us. I've met them before, and I've managed to dismantle them once. With Chiemi, that is. It doesn't please me to say that they could have overpowered me if not for her. But we managed. But now they're back, and I have a feeling this might be my final stand. This might be the last of my time on this beautiful earth, and especially the last of my time with you. You are my son. I believe that with all of my heart. I believe you are my son. You are my most precious son, that even my real son would have loved. And I love you. Truly, I love you so much. Come here, my boy. You feel so warm. I haven't gotten hugged like this in so long. If things were different, then we would probably have not met. What are you trying to say here? I wouldn't expect any less from you. Yes, I do think so. How can a few simple moments like this make me smile after I've shedded so many tears? You truly are a strange child, but that is not a bad thing. Can I ask you something? Do you forgive me? I know I asked that already, but even if I've wandered beyond the reach of karma, even if there is a death sentence over my head, no matter what action I take, I think I would like to be forgiven. And if I am, by some twist of fate, then perhaps I can do what I can to make up for everything that I have done, even if it may not be possible anymore. I'd like to try. But I'm not that naive anymore. Tell me, are you willing to do what it takes in these moments? If you believe that I truly am beyond repentance, then all you need is say so. And if you believe that I can no longer sustain, I will lay my head low, and you can kill me. And Chiemi, she will become Lady Tamamonomae in my stead. Because I know I can put my life in your hands. And I have so much faith in you that you will do the right thing. Please, do what it takes to make sure that things turn around. That you will do what it takes to maintain order, even if it means saying goodbye to me. I'm willing to give up my life if it means that you get to have anything. What you deserve is the world. No, you deserve the world and so much more. I have faith in you. With this growing conflict with the red snow, you will have faith in me too, won't you? As your mother. Thank you. What's that? You would like to lay in my lap again? How can I say no? Please, come here. Let's sit down. Let me kiss your forehead. There we are. I love you, my son. And may we get what we deserve.